We hear paint protection film is so expensive. I could have my entire car painted for what you guys are charging to wrap it in film. I could repaint the whole front of the car 2 or 3 times by the time I pay for paint protection film on the front end. You guys are crazy expensive. It's cheaper everywhere else. We're gonna answer that kind of stuff for you today, and I'm gonna prove it to you with cold hard facts and numbers. Right in front of me, I've got estimates from a reputable body shop in the Pittsburgh area. I've got 3 of them for 3 different vehicles. I'm going to walk you through these so you can see exactly what it really costs to get rock chips repaired. So the elephant in the room and the question we get all the time, how much does this stuff cost? So if you're going to do the front end of a car at our shop, and it varies across the United States a little bit, you'd be looking at right around $2,000 to $2,500 depending on the car. If you're gonna wrap the entire car like a lot of our customers do, it's gonna be anywhere from $6,000 to $8,000, $9,000, or even $10,000 for a car like a Ford GT that requires a lot of extra material. So we're talking about a pretty significant amount of money here. I can understand why people think that it's expensive. But I'll tell you a little story about something that I think is expensive. That is Cutco knives. So there's a guy that works for us named Dean, and the reason that I know him, he was a customer years ago, and he used to also sell Cutco knives. I don't spend any time in a kitchen. I don't really cook. Dean does. He's a professional chef. He started selling these knives that are not cheap. He came to my house and did a demonstration for me, and when he told me the price of the knives, I almost fell out of my chair. I couldn't believe that people would pay that much money for knives. The reason I'm telling you that story is because the reason it didn't seem like those knives were reasonable to me is because I don't spend time in a kitchen and I'm not a professional chef. If you speak to a professional chef, somebody that does this for a living, they think that that's completely reasonable, or in fact maybe even cheaper than a lot of professional grade knives that they're using in their kitchens. So you have to make sure that the people that are receiving the message are the people that might actually be interested in buying the product. When it comes to paint protection film, the people that are going to be putting this product on their car are not somebody that doesn't care about their car, that sees a car as a way to get from point A to point B only, or that drives something that's 10, 15, 20 years old that's already beat up that they maybe paid a couple $1,000s for. And that's not to knock those cars or those people. I love older cars. I love some cheap older cars. I have some of them. It's not a car I'd put paint protection film on. But if I'm going to buy a brand new Porsche or a Lamborghini or a Mercedes or even a new Camry or 4Runner or Tundra, you're talking about a $30, $40, $50, $60, $400,000 investment. Those are cars that might be worth talking about protecting. So that's really who our customer is here. If you're somebody commenting on the TikTok video and you're 15 years old and you don't have a car, or maybe you're 18 and have a $700 truck like I used to, probably not going to be putting this product on your car, and everything's going to seem expensive, right? So that leads to the next big point. We've got our film cost $2,000 to $2,500, $6,000 to $10,000 for the full wrap. What does it cost if instead of putting film on the car, I just want to get it fixed every couple of years, or in 5 years or 10 years? The film does come with a 10-year warranty, by the way. And now before we get into these costs from the body shop, I want to explain a couple of things. Number one, I am biased. There's no way around it. I own a paint protection film shop, actually a couple of them. I make my living on this. Of course, it is in my best interest to convince you guys that it is super expensive to paint your car and not expensive to do paint protection film on it. I get that. With that being said, what I did here is I called a friend that owns a body shop, and it's not a close friend. I said, hey, jack these prices up. I didn't do that. What I did instead is call him and say, hey, I want to get your honest price on 3 different vehicles if you were going to fix rock chips on the front of a car with paintwork. So the bumper, the front edge of the hood, the front edge of the fenders, just those common spots that take a beating. Maybe the car has 50, 60, 70,000 miles on it, and they want to repaint the front of the car to look like new again. I did not ask him to do the rocker panels, which are always beat up, the back sides of the fenders, in the inner wheel wells, and all that other stuff that paint protection film can protect from. I didn't do that. This is strictly front end protection. I picked 3 cars. We've got a Corvette C8, we've got a Porsche GT4, my car in particular, and we've got a Mercedes-Benz SUV. The reason I picked those 3, they're higher end, but they're not ridiculous. Of course, if you're going to paint a Bentley with a full new paint job, it's probably going to be $10,000 or $20,000, and you might not even find a shop that's willing to do that. I did actually want him to give me a quote on a Lamborghini Aventador just to show you how crazy it is. but the Aventador is not even in the body shop software. In order to do that, it's something that he would really have to look at on a case-by-case basis, which means it's going to be custom, which means the price is going to be crazy. It's just the way it is. And we don't really charge more to protect exotics unless we're using more materials, so that's something to keep in mind too. Let's talk body shops before the pricing. Body shops in general, there's some of them that do excellent work, there's some of them that don't do excellent work. We picked one that does, but even so, no matter how good the body shop is, it's a really difficult thing to do. So we like to talk about how difficult paint protection film and window tint is to install perfectly with no specks of debris. It's borderline impossible. Painting a car aftermarket is the same way. It's a skill that takes many, many years for a good technician to learn. You have to be very experienced to put out a good result, and even then, you're going to have small mistakes. Things like running the paint here and there, or maybe a speck of debris. Now, a good body shop should be able to handle that basically completely, and by the time you pick up the car, you should see almost nothing as a regular consumer. But a trained eye will probably pick something up. A line where they had to blend the paint, maybe it's even inside the door jamb or underneath the fender, but somebody will be able to tell this car was painted. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're going with a good shop, like this, these are the numbers. We've got a AMG SUV, and this is just for repairing and refinishing, no replacement of parts whatsoever. So this doesn't even count if you have to buy a bumper from Mercedes or something crazy like that, which would be thousands on itself. This is just refinishing, fixing rock chips, repainting it, blending it a little bit. You have to understand about body work. You're going to need to blend into possibly other panels. You're definitely going to have to re-clear coat an entire panel. So if you're going to paint the front edge of a fender to fix those rock chips, you can't just paint that front edge of the fender and blend it somewhere. You're going to see a nasty line. It doesn't work that way. So you're going to have to blend the color after some sanding and things. Then you spray the color, blend that in. Then you're going to have to re-clear that entire panel. You may even have to blend the color into adjacent panels. So if you're painting a fender and it's next to a door and you panel paint that fender, chances are the color is not going to be exactly the same. So you're going to have to blend it a little bit, which takes some extra material and extra time. But again, we're trying to get the car back to a like-new state. On the Mercedes, the total for this repair would be $4,418.78. On the Porsche, this is for a 2020 Porsche 718 Cayman. And if I remember correctly, I gave him my VIN number, so this would be a Miami blue paint job, which is no pearl. It's not metallic. If you had a pearl color or a tri-stage paint, like some of the, there's a GM Camaro that's actually 4 stages. It's a 4-stage paint job. It's crazy. It layers it to get a certain effect. This car doesn't have any of that. This is a 1-stage, basically, base coat, clear coat. The Porsche would be $5,381.24 to repair. And the C8 Corvette, this is probably one of the most popular cars we do, if not the most popular. And remember, guys, MSRP on this car is only $60,000 to $70,000. We're not talking about anything crazy. Lots of people have these cars and can afford these cars. The front end repair on this is $6,437.66. So when you look at just the numbers, and I honestly didn't know what to expect. It's been a long time since I've gotten a body shop quote on anything, and obviously the price of things goes up as time goes on. I've painted some cars myself. I know it's a ton of work. But the 2022 numbers, $6,400 for the C8, $5,300, right, for the Porsche AMG is $4,400. So even the cheapest of the three, the AMG, you're still 2 times the price of protecting that front end. So if we're strictly looking at this as a financial thing, is it more cost effective to repair the car, or is it more cost effective to prevent damage from the car? The answer is to prevent it. And the answer to prevent is paint protection film. So for those of you that have been commenting on stuff saying you could get a whole car painted for $2,500 or $3,000, it's not true. It's impossible. You might have a guy down the street that works out of his garage that can do it. Other than that, if you're talking about taking it to a business that's going to stand behind their work, that's going to produce good quality work, it ain't happening. If you wanted to paint the entire car, I didn't get any estimates for that. I mean, you're talking probably 4 or 5 times this price because of the amount of labor. A paint job nowadays is probably $20,000 to repaint the same color. If you're a body shop guy and you disagree with this, let us know in the comments. I'm curious to hear what you have to say. Now that the cold, hard cash truth is out of the way, there's another cost that we haven't really mentioned yet. And that is what I like to call the intangible costs of not protecting your car. So in order to talk about the intangible costs, I have to address a couple things about the type of person again. The things that matter to somebody that buys an expensive car and then protects that car might be different than a point A to point B kind of user. A real car person, like myself, like a lot of people that work in the shop, and almost all of our consumers, we'll refer to them as enthusiasts. They really care about their car. Their car means something to them. And some people think that's absolutely crazy. Just like I might think people that really are into sports, it's just strange to me. I don't really care that much. Everybody has their different passions. And so if you're somebody that's passionate about your car, this is where this is going to make a lot more sense to get something like paint protection film. So imagine this. You have worked 10 years. You've worked very, very hard. Maybe you're a business owner. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're in sales, whatever it is, to save up enough money to purchase your Corvette C8 for $100,000. The day you go get that car, it is a really awesome feeling. There's a whole lot of things going on. You're proud of yourself, your accomplishments. It means something more than just the car. Similar to, a lot of people will buy like a Rolex for the same reason. You spend $30,000 on a watch. Why? Is the watch itself, does that make any sense? It tells time just like the Timex does, but it stands for something. And that's what cars are for a lot of people. If you can relate to that, the rest of this is going to line up for you as well. I am that way. The first thing I do is protect my car. My entire car. Wrap it in paint protection film, ceramic coated, tint the windows, do windshield protection on it. Not because I own a shop, but because I care that much about my car. It is a horrible, horrible feeling when you get a rock chip on your car for the first time. Or when you drive the car for 10,000 miles and the whole front of the car is sandblasted. Then you're going to do things like take it to events. Maybe you're taking it to shows or parties. There's a hangar party for the Pittsburgh Cars and Coffee that I love to go to. And if your car is sort of being featured or on display there, you want it to look its best. People are going to see that, and yeah, okay, it doesn't matter what people think of you. All of that stuff is true, but there's a sense of pride and accomplishment that goes with keeping your stuff nice if you're that kind of person. So that matters. The other thing here is that even if you don't really care that much about your car, from an emotional standpoint, I guess, an aftermarket paint job, no matter how good the body shop is, borderline never, I won't say never, but as close to never as possible, as good as the factory paint job. The reason for that is a variety of things. Number one, in a factory, there's robots doing this stuff that are programmed. They're getting the same result every single time. They've got clean rooms set up to do this. When you bring this to a body shop somewhere out in the world aftermarket, they have paint booths, they have downdraft booths that are going to be keeping the air clean and things like that, but it's just never the same as that factory environment. Plus, you have a bare prepped surface from the factory. You've got your metal that they dip in, corrosion resistant stuff and then prime. All of that is adhered really well. When you start sort of messing with that process, then you're sticking primer to other paint or whatever. It's just not as good. The adhesion of the paint isn't as good. The finish is usually close, but not as good. So we see stuff from body shops a lot, and some of it's really great, but even the really great ones, we're going to find a speck of debris in the paint here and there, or like a line where they ended the clear coat somewhere. It's just the way it is. We've also seen stuff that's not great, and there could be a body shop that might even have a decent reputation, but it comes in and it's horrible. It's fading badly. It's a different color than the rest of the car. You can see where they tried to blend it, but it just didn't work. So if you have a brand new Porsche, or a brand new Mercedes, a brand new C8, and you do need to get it repainted, now you have a lot more to worry about. Is the body shop going to put it back together correctly? Are they going to blend the paint correctly? Is it going to look like the same color? Is it going to fade at the same rate as the back of the car? So besides the financial cost, what else are you going to be dealing with? What other stress? Is the car ever going to be the same again? I don't know. What I do know is that with paint protection film, if you need to remove the film and it's factory paint underneath it, the chances of anything being damaged in the removal process is virtually zero. With aftermarket paint, sometimes it's different because of that adhesion problem. But if you're removing it off of factory paint and you don't have rock chips, you can take that off, have perfect paint underneath, put a new piece of film on it, and drive another 50,000 miles and never really have a problem. So that is why we like film so much. And last but not least, guys, resale value. I'll tell you right now, you're not going to get more money for the car because it has paint protection film on it, at least not from the dealership. They're not going to say, we'll give you another $500 because you have paint protection film on it. Private purchaser might. If I'm going to buy a Lamborghini, one of the things I'm going to look for is that it has PPF on it. If it doesn't, chances are the front end is going to be beat up. But the dealership especially, or even the private seller, the reason that they're going to beat you up is not because the film doesn't exist, but because of the things that do exist because of the lack of the film. So the rock chips, the scratches, all that damage that happens to the car. So the dealership, their job is to make money. They need to make as much of a profit as humanly possible. They know pricing, current market values, all that stuff. They also know that they're going to have to fix stuff. So when you trade in your car, they come out and look at it and they say, oh man, this is perfect. You're going to get top dollar for the car. If they come out and look at it and say, yeah, I mean, this thing looks decent, but the front end's chipped up. Now, maybe they're not even going to do anything to fix it. Who knows? Who cares? What matters to them is that manager says, I'm going to have to fix this. You're looking at another $1,000 through my body shop. I'm going to give you less for your trade. Now, he might not say that out loud, but that's what's going through his head, and that's what's going to show up on the estimate. It's going to be reflected. If you're talking about a C8 Corvette, you might be talking about a couple $1,000 difference on a trade-in of really great condition to just good condition, and maybe the front end or the paint in general. Talking about front end specifically, but even on a full wrap, maybe the paint is a big part of that. So the resale value is affected to some degree by whether or not the car is damaged. By the same token, okay, I'm not going to take a hit on the resale value because I'm going to repaint the front of the car and fix all this stuff. I'm going to pay the $4,400 or the $5,300 to fix the front of the car, and then I'm going to trade it in. There's a problem with that too. Those managers are trained to see paint jobs and damage on cars. They work around it every day. They look at it every day. They're going to see it. They're going to know that the car was repainted. I would say very few exceptions to that unless you have a manager that's just not paying attention. So they're going to see, hey, what happened here? Why is it repainted? If you tell them, oh, there's a couple rock chips, they're probably not going to believe you. And even if they do, they're going to say, well, that counts as damage as far as we are concerned. And they're going to knock money off of your trade. So all in all, from a financial perspective, I see no reason that paint protection film is not cost effective if you've got a car that it makes any sense on. If you have, a little bit of an investment in a car, this is what you do. So there you have it, guys. I hope that I didn't bore you with all of these details, but I think it's important to explain where we're coming from when we think the paint protection film does make sense. And we have lots of customers, thousands of them, that would agree with us because they're paying us to do the film on these cars, and we're giving them a really high quality result. And they're happy. They're coming back with their next car and their next car and their next car. The technology's come a long way with paint protection film. It's not like the days of the past where the film is going to yellow and in a year or two it's going to need replaced because the film has failed. You might need to replace the film after tens of thousands of miles because it has taken the damage instead of the paint. But when that happens, you can rest assured that the paint underneath still looks like the day that you bought the car, and that's what's important. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do that. Give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Are we crazy? Maybe we're all just crazy and we're totally obsessed with protecting our paint on our cars and it makes no sense. I don't know. Tell us. Maybe you love this video and think that this was a really good explanation of the cost difference between repairs and preventing damage. We will see you guys next time.